Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to The Wind Waker. In the last episode, we awakened Medley as the Sage of Earth and began our journey down to the Earth Temple to restore the power to repel evil to the Master Sword. This episode, we are continuing that journey. And we have this really creepy statue here, with two suns for eyes, and it kind of looks like it's crawling out of that mist. Deeply creepy. Actually, about that mist, if you enter it, Link goes derpy, and you lose the ability to use any items, including your sword, so you're kind of completely useless. It lasts for a bit while you're up here, unless you go into light, that causes it to wear off. And indeed, because light causes it to wear off, there's actually a way we can get rid of it. Let's command Medley. If we use her light... Well, firstly, if you shine her light at those sun things, they will light up, but lighting each one up individually doesn't do anything. We have no way of lighting up both at the same time yet, so... For now, what we can do is, if you point it into the fog, it kind of cuts a path through the fog, and cuts a path through to where this button is. So let's press that. And that opens that one on the right. There's a door on the right, as you can see, that was locked, and the one on the left needs a key. So we need to go and get a small key from somewhere. So let's head through here. Now here, there's just some slight, in each of these crypts, there's just a little red bubble. Saw some of these in the Tower of the Gods. Let's just kill... Oh, get away. Kill them. Like, your sword attacks don't do much to them, or anything to them indeed, while they're fiery, but the skull hammer goes through everything, which is awesome. Now, let's first climb up this ladder here. There's an invisible treasure chest you can see there, and like the one that contained the dungeon map, in order to make that chest corporeal, we need to shine light at it. So we come up here, and there is this block, which clearly, based on the slot, needs to be pulled over here. So that lets a ray of light through, but of course the ray of light is not touching the chest, so we need to reflect the ray of light so it is touching the chest. And who do we know who has that capability? Of course, Medley. You'll lose control of Medley if an enemy hits her while you're controlling her, so it's generally best to take out any enemies in the area before doing that. Make the chest real, and go and open it, and... it contains a small key. Use it to open locked doors. Now as well, you'll see these things appear. They are a new enemy. I will... Whoa! Okay. They can steal Medley. Yes. These are irritating. Let's see if I can take a pictograph of this one. There are some better ones later that are better to take a pictograph of, but yes, that'll do. These are Floor Masters. Their personality is surprisingly lonely. These creatures use their long hands to grab their victims, which they then yank into another room. They occasionally grab nearby vases and throw them. If they grab Medley and you don't rescue her quickly enough, they put her in a prison and you have to get her out again. For you, they will just take you back to the beginning of the last room you were in, which is just slightly irritating, but either way, once they appear, you can then just stab them up. So let's take Medley back to the room we're in. If you look up there, you can see that cage is where Medley goes if she's captured, and there is a certain way to get her out of there. It's pretty straightforward. You just use the command Medley to control her and just get her to fly out of it. Straightforward enough. But anyway, now we've got a small key, we can come through here. Now here, get some choo-choos again. Mostly the regular variety, but... there's one dark choo-choo there, which we just have to ignore for now. We just have no way of killing the bastards. So, let's control Medley first and get her to come over here, because as you can see, there's two switches, so you can assume what we need to do here. So, let's bring Medley down and stand her on that switch. And stand myself on the other switch. And that's those cool but unnecessary stairs come down. So, let's go up there. But nope, the stairs disappear just before you can get to them, and a load more choo-choos appear. That's irritating. So, we need a way to get those stairs to kind of stay down. So, what we first need is light. So, let's switch to our fire arrows and burn away that tapestry, because underneath it is light, which is awesome. So now, you may have guessed what we can do now. Now, if we lure a dark choo-choo over, obviously, when it touches the light, turn to stone. But when turned to stone, it's incredibly useful because we can pick it up, and if we put it down carefully, it stays on the switch for us, which is great. So now we can come up here, we can push this block down to allow us to get back up here again without having to do that dark choo-choo nonsense again. And doing so opens the door up there. Of course, the moment the dark choo-choo comes back to... well, the dark choo-choo won't come back to life, but the moment we move Medley off the switch, then the stairs will disappear. like so, but we can just fly Medley up there. It doesn't matter for her, it was only really about getting the Doctor up there. So, now we can once again proceed through the temple. I really like this temple, have I mentioned that yet? Some of the puzzles in it are so ingenious. I just heard the sound at the distance there of a dark shoe tube being turned to stone again. That's pretty cool. But yeah, like, this is the point in the game where some Zelda games can start to feel really stale. Another Floor Master here. Oh no! Oh, cool. Sometimes you can occasionally do that. If they try and grab you, you can parry. But yeah, what was I saying? This is the point where a lot of Zelda games can start to slightly feel stale, that they've essentially come out with all the good mechanics in the game, but this one, no. You can kind of tell what the feel of the dungeon is going to be already, based on all the light we've been pushing around. But either way, I really just like this temple. And generally, I like the fact with this one, whereas the other ones we've had a lot of towers and mountains and such like that, but this one you feel like you're really going down into the depths, because each step down is kind of deeper into the temple. Let's break this statue here, which allows us to then move that block around. And then additionally, the symbol on the statue's head is also on these walls. So, like with them, we can shine light at these to crack the walls open, which is kind of cool. Reveals one of the pots there. We actually walked past one of the pots earlier and I completely ignored it. So that's me being an idiot. But either way, that one's revealed, so we can come back here later, should we need to. With those cracks, we then, that reveals some more things, what we can push around. So firstly, let's push this one over here. And a chest appears up here. It's a cool looking chest too, isn't it? And then we pull this one out. And when you push it into place, it clicks into place and the door opens. So that allows the Doctor to get up there. So let's open the chest. And it contains a treasure chart. No, it doesn't. It contains the compass. That was a complete lie. Sorry about that. And we get a little message from the King of Red Lions. Doctor, do not worry about straying away from Medley in the depths of the temple. Just relax and open your dungeon map. It will show Medley's location as well, so you can easily confirm her whereabouts. Kind of useful if you just forget where she is, or just lose track of her generally. If you get like grabbed by a Floor Master and taken to another room. Pretty useful to be able to just track down Medley with a Medley radar. So let's fly her up here, and then switch back to the Doctor. And go through here. I like how this temple has the kind of the dual mechanics of light stuff as well as Medley. Now, some new enemies in here as well as some old ones. So firstly, get the grappling hook out because there are moblins. And moblins are always fought in the same way of grappling them first. Because skull necklaces, though I'm pretty sure I have as many as I need for what I need them for now. So let's kill them. Oh, we are being attacked by weird ghost things, which I'm going to talk about in just a second. Right, so these are... Oh, that's a brilliant shot of them. These are Poes. These ghostly creatures have no physical form, so physical attacks pass right through them. Shining light on them makes them take form. So that's worth noting. There are two ways of killing them. One unorthodox and one much more normal. Basically, I'm going to kill this moblin first. Basically, their main attack on you is if you try and stab them, their first attack is usually to throw their lantern at you, or just stab you like that. The other thing they do is... Oh, they're not doing it right now. Okay, that's weird, but oh well. Come on, man. Respond to something. Nope. There we go. That one's dropped his lantern. So when they've dropped their lantern, their attack is thus. Is he going to do it? Oh, yes! They enter you. Your eyes go hilariously goofy, and your control scheme is completely fucked up because the Poe possesses you. If you get hit in that form, or just eventually when time passes, the Poe disappears out of you and is then dead. The other and much more orthodox way to kill them involves using Medley. So let's do so. And there's some light up here, so we'll fly her up here. And basically, yes, the description for the figurine said shining light on them makes them take physical form. So let's do that. Let's aim the light down there. The light will just hold its position. So let's guide the Poe over here. Come on. Get it to move towards me. And when it moves into the way of the light, it gets turned physical. And then we can just beat the crap out of it. If Medley is pointing somewhere and you leave her, then she'll stay pointing in the direction she was facing. So that's pretty cool. We're just going to quickly take control of her again and use her thing this time. There's 3 statues over there, which are concealing something. So let's just destroy one of them. Don't have to do any more of them. And we can get up there, switch back to the Doctor. Doctor. Weird emphasis there. Emphasis on the wrong syllable. Let's go up here and open this chest. And it contains a joy pendant. Yes, not entirely very pointful, because we've already used everything we need joy pendants for, but nonetheless, might as well show it, since I'm here. So up here, there is then a door that is locked, And over here, a door that is not locked. Unsurprisingly, we're going to go through the door that's not locked. Leave Medley up here, because this is a dangerous room. Let's introduce a new enemy. In here is a Redead. And yes, Redeads. These undead creatures live only in the darkest depths of the earth. Their icy cold gazes paralyze their victims with fear. Try to attack them from behind. That's not really an option here. Indeed, they kind of stay still and then suddenly do that horrible scream, freeze you in place, and then if they touch you while you're frozen, well, then they bomb you. It's quite unpleasant. So generally just 4 hits will kill them. Let's kill all of them. Oh, that one's not a Redead. Excellent. That is a gold rupee? Yellow rupee. That's much better. This one, unfortunately, is a Redead, so let's kill it before it can do anything creepy. Come on. Hup. Yeah. And then this one is also Redead. Okay, great. Oh! Oh, God, I hate that sound. It's horrendous. Kill, die. Good. And finally, a small key. I always think you kind of have to... That's it. You don't need to defeat the Redeads to get the key, but you do need to defeat the Redeads in order to get the ladder to appear back up anyway. So now we've got a small key. And like I said, there were 2 doors. One that was unlocked and one that was locked. So now we can go back. We can pick bloody Medley up. Then we can go back and unlock the one that was locked. Like so. Leaving Medley outside, which means something interesting's about to happen. Welcome to one of my favourite looking creatures in the game. This is a Stalfos. These skeleton warriors attack by violently swinging their gigantic maces around. Even if they're shattered to pieces, they'll reform until their heads are destroyed. So, let's attack them. You can just generally just lay into them with your sword, but I find that the skull hammer is both more effective and a lot more fun. When you've done enough damage to them, they split apart, and the head is what you need to focus on there. And they're fairly straightforward to kill. But of course that's not it. No, this is a Nintendo game. That wouldn't just be it. There's another Stalfos to face. So he lumbers his way out of the grave. I like how Stalfos always look different in every Zelda game, and I really like the design of them in this one. Oh, did I mention there's 2 now? So this is kind of an interesting mini-boss. Let's just throw the club at that one. Like with any big weapon, you can... Oh god, no, I meant to bring my hammer out. Like with any big weapon, you can... Oh, he's doing his mad spin attack. You can wield their things when they're done. Oh god, that one's gone completely mental. They're generally immune to, like, fiery attack and icy attacks, like your fire and ice arrows don't do much to them. I find that, yeah, Oh, god, I'm taking a lot of damage. They're generally that kind of character that they tend to kind of both give and take a lot of damage. But, nope, nowhere near close enough there. God, he's just spit. Okay, we'll focus on this one. This one doesn't seem to want to attack me, so I'm not complaining there. They're beating the shit. You know what? I'm going to bring out my new attack. Hurricane spin, motherfuckers! Ow, that didn't go well for me. Oh, God. Ah, why the heck? Oh, why are they doing so much damage to me? Let's stab. There we go. Broken into his head. Got to kill them at this point or they will reform slowly and surely. And, yep, he's down. So let's focus on the other one now. There we go. Why was I struggling so much with this earlier? I guess I was trying to use the skull hammer was being more problematic than it should have been. Either way, when you've killed all 3 of them, counting the first one, another one of those unnecessarily cool staircases falls down and reveals a cooler looking chest up there. So, let's, well, gather some hearts first because I took a surprisingly large amount of damage there. Oh, and let's open the chest. And it contains the Mirror Shield. Its shiny surface reflects beams of light. Hold R to shield and use L to aim its reflection. So now we have the same capability Medley has, to reflect and control light. Weirdly enough, the only slightly odd thing with it is you need to have your sword drawn in order to use it, because otherwise pressing R just kind of makes you crouch. In order to actually be able to aim your shield, you need to have your sword drawn. But then you aim like that, and it's the same as aiming Medley's. So if we see there's that sun switch thing above the door, so if we hit that with a beam of light, it lights up, and the gate opens, allowing us to go back through. Now, Medley is being reset, basically. She resets when you leave a room, she resets back to the last door in that room that you used. If you get me. Oh, everything's respawned in here as well, so that's fun. I'm just going to kill these guys. And so once you've killed them, there is now a shortcut back to where we need to be. So first things first, let's control Medley. And if we bring her up onto this side where the light beam is, put her in it, and then have her shine her light basically down just underneath where those statues are. You can kind of see the little mirror thing, indicator of where it's going to go. Leave her and go back to the doctor, kind of leaving that pointing down there. And now we can essentially, now we've got our own mirror shield, do a kind of relay system. So we are now in the light here, and we can shine it underneath her here to open this little doorway. Obviously you can't access this without having the mirror shield because you need to kind of reflect the light back. If we use, oh no, usually like if Medley you've set her to stay in a position like that, if you just go up to her and press ZR, she comes with you, which is kind of good. Oh no, she's trying to fly, don't try to do that. So now if we go through this little passageway, it just takes us back to where we kind of want to be. There's some other little things we can do here as well. Briefly, if we shine light at that, shine light at that statue there. Oh, it's really weird, the aiming controls. Statue breaks, and there's 5 rupees underneath it. Additionally, if we control Medley, then have her shine her light where that old one was, that statue. And then with it shining there, we can then relay it over here and break that wall there. Upon breaking that wall, we can then enter it and just get a little cache of money. Nothing amazing, but just cool to have, and I like to 100% these as much as possible. So, let's go back through here. And now we're back at this room. Let's glide over here. We can now, because now we have 2 ways of reflecting light, we can technically go through there and kind of do that. But what I want to do first is come over here, because there's one little thing we can now do. If we head through this room, ignore the floor masters. Okay, I was going to ignore the floor masters. Floor masters don't want to ignore me, so let's kill that fucker, pick up Medley again, and proceed over here. If we put her down on this switch, then it opens that door. Whee! And we go through the door. This you have to have the mirror shield for, because obviously without Medley, with Medley holding the switch open, the Doctor's useless on his own, but now he's got the mirror shield, we can do this without her. So, at first we don't need to crack one of those. Open the chest, and we get, once again, another joy pendant. By this point, yeah, you definitely should have 40 if you've been following along with me and grappling every Bokoblin you see, but hey, maybe you haven't, so I like to show those off anyway, and 100%ing things is fun. So, let's pick up Medley, and now we can go through there. We can put her down there. We move over to this one. Then we take control of her. You can see how this is going. And use her mirror to reflect light onto... Oh, I went the wrong damn angle for it. Use her mirror to reflect light onto one of the statue's eyes. One of the statue's eyes. And then hold her in place there. And then use ours to kind of shine light onto the other one. And upon doing that, the whole sun face creepy weird thing lights up. And another unnecessarily cool staircase folds down. We've now got everything we can get on this floor of the temple, so we can proceed down to the next floor. But, I'm afraid, gonna have to call it there in terms of time. So this episode we've obtained the mirror shield and made our way down to the Earth Temple through this creepy thing. Next episode we'll be continuing our journey to the uttermost depths of the Earth Temple. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you'll join me next time. Good day.